Um, I appreciate this opportunity to be able to speak to you guys and talk about my story. And I could talk forever about my life, but I'm going to try to keep it really brief. But I started here at Spaywar back in 1997 as a young engineer about 13 years ago. And currently I'm a branch head or Tier 4 supervisor in the RF Satellite Communications Division. So before I share with you my life story, I want to take a moment to describe my physical disability. You may not notice while I've been talking to you, but I have a significant hearing loss. I've lost hearing in both of my ears, and I've lost about 90% of high-frequency sound. I lost about 40% of low-frequency sound. And what that means is I can hear low sound better than high sound. I can hear men better than women. But some of the things that I cannot hear are like the birds singing. I can't hear phone ringing. I can't hear a doorbell. I can't hear ambulances. I can't tell you how many times when I'm driving down the road, I come to a stoplight, and all of a sudden the light turns green, and the cars are not moving. I'm sitting there wondering, why aren't you moving? I'm trying to get somewhere. I'm building up this frustration, and all of a sudden an ambulance comes by, but I don't hear it. I grew up in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina, and growing up there, I could not hear a lot of conversation. I missed out on learning a lot of vocabulary words. And I spent most of my life in speech therapy, where I had to learn how to speak and learn how to learn vocabulary. But I did have one of those hearing aids back in the old days, but I really didn't like those hearing aids. They were very bulky, they were very noisy, and so what I had to do, I had to learn to adapt by reading lips. And I could not, by learning to read lips, I had to learn just on my own. I had to watch other people, and I could not tell the difference between some of the sounds like an S, SH, and CH, those soft sounds. I can't tell the difference between an M and an N, or a B and a D. So I have to watch your lips to be able to understand. When I growing up, a lot of people didn't understand me. They thought something was wrong. They thought I was very slow because of the way I spoke. And they thought I was different or from another country. Sometimes I pretended I was from Venezuela. But I didn't let other people's perceptions prevent me from achieving my goals. My parents taught me the value of hard workmanship. They taught me how to work hard to accomplish something, to keep trying and do the best you can. I grew up as an athlete playing many sports. I played basketball, soccer, tennis, The soccer was a very significant part of my life. And with a hearing loss, it was very challenging for me to play soccer on the field because it involved a lot of communicating and listening to your teammates. And a lot of times my teammates would say, there's somebody coming behind you to get the ball, and I don't hear them. So somehow I had to figure out a way to develop some eyes behind my head to see the person behind me. Also, school was very challenging. A lot of times I missed out on what the teachers were saying, and a lot of times the teacher would turn their back to the class, and they would be talking, and I missed out on what they're saying. And I had to make some good friends who were very good note takers. So these challenges continued through my college years. After high school, I went to Mercer University on an athletic scholarship to play soccer, as well as an academic scholarship. And I got my engineering degree at Mercer University. And then I went on to University of Kentucky, and I got a master's degree in biomedical engineering. But I just want to take a moment here for all you Carolina Gamecock fans. I just want to say thank you for the win last Saturday. But after I graduated from Kentucky, I started my engineering career here at Stillwater. And at Stillwater, I really, truly learned the value of communication. I came to the realization that my hearing loss was an asset because I lived most of my life knowing the importance of good communication skills. And the communication process involves both speaking and listening. But due to my speech impairment, I had to work very hard to build up my self-confidence, to be able to speak in social environments, do public speaking. I had to work hard at doing that. And to get better at improving my communication skills, I always look for opportunities to get involved. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I always try to do better the next time and try to learn from them. Chris Miller, our technical director, I often hear him say leadership is a contact sport, meaning that we got to get out there and communicate with others. We got to get out there and get into the game. But being a supervisor, a leader, and a manager, I found that very challenging with my hearing loss and knowing that my pronunciation is not perfect. To be a good supervisor, I got to get out there and communicate with my customers. I got to get out there and communicate and listen to my coworkers, communicate with my own employees. So this is my way of getting into the game to get better at communicating with your customers and all your employees. I try to get into the game, and this really helps me to build my self-confidence and communication skills. Again, leadership is a contact sport. But if I could leave you with a final message, it is this. I believe we all have challenges to overcome. It may be physical challenges, emotional challenges, whatever they may be. But to get better, to improve your skills, and achieve your goals, I encourage you to get into the game and don't let anything hold you back. Thank you.